the Dallas Cowboys have their eyes on this year's safety draft class, bringing in a plethora of prospects for official visits the last few weeks. One of the main safeties which has been linked to them, and has been talked about by many, including myself, as a strong fit within the Dallas Cowboys secondary is Washington's Taylor Rapp. Rapp could fit immediately at strong safety for Dallas, complementing free safety Xavier Woods' skill set very well. At his pro day this week, however, Rapp saw a slight decline in his draft stock due to some poor testing numbers. In particular, Rapp posted a 40-yard dash in the 4.7s, with some people reporting it was as high as 4.77 seconds. Obviously, this is a disappointing time for Taylor Rapp, as a 40 in the mid-4.7s is slow for an NFL safety. But I don't think it's quite time to worry about him as a prospect just yet. Even with this lack of long speed, Rapp is still a prime strong safety candidate at the next level. I still believe Rapp can function in the box, both in short zones and against the run. He's also still a reliable tackler, and remains a sticky cover guy when asked to do it on his college tape. Where the 40 time would worry me, though, is in terms of his coverage ability translating to the NFL. And it would certainly worry me if you are trying to make Rapp your middle-of-the-field safety, or force him into a man-free role. Luckily, if drafted by the Cowboys, I don't see them utilizing Rapp in the slot to cover shifty receivers, or on the boundary where his lack of long speed could be exposed. Dallas has a niche need of sorts which Rapp could fill, and he's athletic and talented enough to cover tight ends while functioning as a box safety. All in all, what Taylor Rapp's pro day might affect the most has nothing to do with his ability on the field, but rather where he ends up being drafted. Projected as a top 40 pick over the last few months, maybe Rapp's slow 40 time has dropped him into the Cowboys' second-round range. If this is the case, Dallas likely won't think twice about jumping on the opportunity to add Rapp to their secondary. 2019 NFL Draft Pro Day safety Taylor Rapp. Washington Huskies. The Dallas Cowboys have to be pretty happy with themselves the way their offseason has turned out so far. They've done an excellent job of adding some quality free agents and can now approach the 2019 NFL Draft without any glaring needs. This pretty much allows them to approach the draft with an open mind as to how close to the vest they want to play things. The Cowboys now have the freedom to do whatever they want to in regards to the draft. They can choose to stand pat with their 6 draft picks, or they can choose to move up or down depending on how things play out. It's a freedom that could make this draft really interesting. For today though, I want to share with you a scenario where they trade down with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Cowboys will have to move down 12 draft slots, but according to the trade value chart it ends up being an equal trade for both parties. Let's take a look. Buccaneers receive Dallas second-round pick 58th overall, which is worth 320 points. Cowboys receive the Buccaneers' third-round pick 70th overall, and a fourth-round pick 107th overall, which together add up to 320 points. 58 equals 320, 70, 240, 107, 80 equals 320. After making that trade, the Dallas Cowboys now have 2 draft picks in the third round, 3 in the fourth round, 1 in the fifth round, and 1 7-rounder. Continue to read below to see who I drafted for the Cowboys in this trade-down scenario. Our 3/6 stall, Darnell Savage, S. Maryland. Our 3/26 stall, Mecole Hardman, WR. Georgia. Our 4/5 stall, Kahale Warring, T. San Diego State. Our 4/27 stall, Isaiah Johnson, CB. Houston. Our 4/34 stall, Tristan Hill, DT. Central Florida. Our 5/26 stall, Sheriff Miller, D. Penn State. Our 7/27 stall, Bruce Anderson, RB. North Dakota State. How do you feel about this Dallas Cowboys 7-round mock draft? Name: Mike Weber. Position: running back. School: Ohio State Conference. Big Ten class: RS Junior. Jersey: No. 25 recruitment rating, 4-star HT, 5 feet 10 inches WT, 211 DOB, August 25, 1997 rushing, receiving, scrimmage, year, school, CONF, class, post, G at yards, AVGTD, rec yards, AVGTD, plays yards, AVGTD, asterisk, 2015 Ohio State Big Ten FRRB 000 asterisk, 2016 Ohio State Big Ten FRRB 13-182-1096 6.09-23-914.00-205-11875.89 asterisk 2017 Ohio State Big Ten RB 12,101,626 6.21010 111,726.510 asterisk 2018 Ohio State Big Ten Junior RB 13,172,954 5.5521 1125.31 193 1066 5.56 Career Ohio State 455-2676 5.92 454 297 5.51, 509, 297 5.825 Highlights, the top plays by Ohio State RB Mike Weber, who announced that he will be entering the 2019 NFL Draft. Subscribe to Big Ten Network on YouTube. New highlights. He took over for Ezekiel Elliott in 2016 as a redshirt freshman and rushed for over 1,000 yards and 9 touchdowns, averaging 6 yards per carry. He was part of a timeshare with J.K. Dobbins in 2017 and 2018, but still rushed for over 1,500 yards and 15 touchdowns in his final 2 years at OU. He has a high motor player with good football IQ. As a runner, Weber does a good job of pressing the line of scrimmage before using his vision to pick his running lane. Is a smooth athlete with good contact balance. Not a lot of wasted movement when he has the ball in his hands. A little more slippery as a runner than expected. Stocky build helps him in short yardage situations. Shows good leg drive and does well to spin or contort his body at contact to fall forward. Weber can be a weapon in the passing game. He shows soft, natural hands when catching the ball out of the backfield and can be a threat after the catch. Shows good body control when balls are thrown outside his frame. Has shown he can be an effective route runner and has the ability to stretch the field vertically. Willingness as a pass protector, but could stand to clean up his technique. Cons: Mike Weber has the skill set to become a complete 3-down running back in the NFL, but there are areas of his game that may keep him from being nothing more than a rotational player and spot starter. Most notably is his lack of breakaway speed and the durability issues he had in 2017 that allowed J.K. Dobbins to take over as the Buckeyes' lead back. Weber unfortunately doesn't possess the kind of top-end speed that would allow him to run away from defenders in the NFL. He shows only moderate burst when hitting the hole. Doesn't hit top speed immediately. More of a build-up runner. Struggles when he has to change directions, especially when moving laterally. Will get what's blocked for him, but doesn't show the ability to create on his own. Weber may struggle as a receiving back in the NFL. Mostly caught just swing passes and checkdowns at Ohio State and needs to prove he can run a more diverse route tree to deserve more targets. Lack of lateral mobility and change of direction will hurt his ability to separate. Shows the willingness as a press protector, but needs to clean up his technique. Cowboys fit. If drafted by the Dallas Cowboys, Mike Weber would be the third running back from Ohio State to play for America's team in last few years. He would join former teammate Ezekiel Elliott and replace Rod Smith, both of who are former Buckeyes. Weber didn't officially play with either, but he did watch Zeke from the sidelines during his freshman year at OU, which just so happened to be a redshirt year for him. Weber would immediately become Zeke's backup as a rookie and could form a really good 1-2 punch in the Cowboys' backfield. He has the versatility to be a threat in any offensive scheme, but probably fits best in his own blocking scheme. He can be a weapon as both a runner and receiver out of the backfield, but may not be anything more than a rotational back in the NFL or an emergency fill-in. He is projected to be a mid-round pick, which is where the Cowboys could look to draft him. The closer and closer we get to the kickoff of the 2019 NFL Draft on April 25, the more we learn of the potential draft targets the Dallas Cowboys have shown an interest in. Names continue to drop almost daily due to private workouts, pro day visits, 30 pre-draft visitors, and Dallas Day for local prospects who played or grew up in the area. The fun part about this time of year is studying these potential prospects and debating not only where they may be drafted, but their fit with the Dallas Cowboys. Opinions will vary of course on different players and their fit with the Cowboys, which only makes the debate that much more fun. It's what makes the NFL Draft one of the more popular events of the off-season. Today, I want to talk about 5 players who have been linked to the Dallas Cowboys as potential draft targets. There are several people out there who are really high on these players, but I personally have a hard time buying into the hype. Please continue to read below to see the players I believe are a little overhyped. Jalen Ferguson, Louisiana Tech to Jalen Ferguson. Jalen Ferguson was highly productive in college and certainly looks the part of an NFL defensive end, but looks and production can be deceiving. He has benefited from playing against lesser talent in the FBS division while at Louisiana Tech, but is going to struggle against more athletic and talented players in the NFL. The Cowboys have shown an interest in Ferguson, but I for one don't buy into the hype. He's been projected as a potential first-round pick, but his lack of athleticism on tape was confirmed recently at his pro day. He won't be able to overpower offensive linemen in the NFL and unfortunately doesn't have the speed or athleticism to fall back on. Because of that, I wouldn't consider drafting him until day 3. Jonathan Abram, Mississippi State. Jonathan Abram. Jonathan Abram is another player the Dallas Cowboys have shown an interest in and have met with recently who I believe is a bit overhyped. He has the size, speed, and athleticism NFL teams look for in a safety prospect, but I was really unimpressed when I sat down and watched his tape at Mississippi State. What I saw from Abram is a player who is going to struggle in coverage. I love how he flies all over the field and delivers a hit, but I think he's going to be a liability in the passing game. I think he fits in the mold of another Mark Barron or Deion Buchanan. They were both highly touted safety prospects coming out of college, but ended up playing a hybrid safety, linebacker role. That's what I see when I watch Abram play. My scouting report on Jonathan Abram. DL Charles Omenihu, Texas DL Charles Omenihu is someone who's been mocked to the Dallas Cowboys on a number of occasions as their second-round pick at 58th overall, and honestly that scares me a little bit. He looks the part of an NFL defensive end, but so did Taco Charlton. Unfortunately, that's who he reminded me of when I watched his film. Both Charlton and Omenihu look the part of an NFL defensive end, but both players are really raw entering the NFL. Charlton was somebody I thought might be best playing inside at the 3 technique, and I see the same from Omenihu. I just don't know where to play him right now, and I certainly don't want another Taco Charlton. Because of that, I don't buy into his hype. John Williams' scouting report on Charles Omenihu. DL Zach Allen, Boston College to Zach Allen. The Dallas Cowboys are supposedly pretty high on Zach Allen. He has a real shot to be the one they draft with the 58th overall pick in the second round, but honestly I would be more than a little disappointed if that's the direction they go. He possesses an intriguing skill set, but there are other players I'm higher on for the Cowboys in that range. Allen reminds me a little bit of Tyrone Crawford. I saw a tweener when I studied his game film from Boston College. He is probably capable of playing as a base end on running downs and then kicking inside to the 3 tech on passing downs. but I also think he will struggle at both positions. His lack of athleticism will hurt him as a D against NFL-caliber OTs, and I don't see him holding up consistently on the inside as a DT right now either. I'm concerned he may be nothing more than a rotational player. My scouting report on Zach Allen. WR, Deebo Samuel, South Carolina WR, Deebo Samuel isn't a name you probably were expecting to see make this list, and for good reason. He is one of the top-rated wide receivers in the 2019 draft class for a reason. He has a really intriguing skill set and should start immediately in the NFL. I'm actually a big fan of Samuel's as well, but I don't completely buy into the hype of having to draft him with the Cowboys' second-round pick. I think there are plenty of WRs the Cowboys can draft a round or two later who can come in and be just as productive as Samuel. In fact, I think he compares favorably to Stanley Morgan Jr., who Dallas can draft a couple rounds later. Don't get me wrong though. I wouldn't be as upset if Samuel ended up being the Cowboy selection at 58 as I would with other players on this list, but he's just not someone I'm completely sold on that early in the draft. Kevin Brady's scouting report on Deebo Samuel. Do you buy into the hype on these potential Dallas Cowboys draft targets?